All right, what is happening, everybody? It is December 12th. Merry early Christmas. As you can see from the thumbnail, we kind of tried to make it a little bit Christmas themed like. So today we're going to be talking about the new Underdog contest. It's called the Mitten. It is a best ball playoff contest, and I'm going to be ripping some drafts. I kind of already have discussed my strategy a little bit, taking it into playoff best ball. So I've kind of already discussed that in a previous live stream, so you guys can go check that out. But anyways, I'll see you guys here in just a second. What is up, guys? So we are back live, coming at you again. More Underdog. If you guys are new here, make sure you all smash the like button, subscribe as well. Helps the channel, helps me out as well. So, like I was saying before, we do have the Mitten contest. I am going to adjust this a little bit here. Give me just a moment here. There we go. All right, so we do have the Mitten contest. Just came out today, and as you can see, I've already done a little bit of the Mitten as well. I've already entered 11 times. So we've already got a few entries in. I don't have very much on my Underdog account right now. I did just withdraw. Have some stuff that I'm paying off. So went ahead and withdrew. Tomorrow we should have a little bit more, as the best ball winnings do get paid tomorrow. So be on the look for that as well. If you guys hadn't heard already, Underdog should be paying off Best Ball Mania and all the other best ball contests as well tomorrow. So if you guys haven't already heard about that, there is that tidbit of information as well. I am going to go ahead and put on a little bit of music here, just lo-fi here, kind of make it a little quiet. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the drafts here as well. Not really doing a whole lot other than best ball at this point. Not really doing the Battle Royale world. I'm not really doing much else. This is the only thing I'm really focused on right now, is getting in these playoff best ball mittens and seeing what we can do. So we end up with the 4th slot here. Unfortunately, didn't get the first spot. I do like building out of the first spot. It seems to be like the easiest place to build. This might be an Eagles type team that we look to build. Christian McCaffrey to me right now is the easiest 101 pick in this. I think Jalen Hurts is a good 102. It's kind of where I'm at right now with it. Just because the Eagles aren't nearly as big of a lock to get this first round bye as they were previously. So it kind of makes it a little bit easier for me to go full Eagles team here and kind of go crazy. It's tough though right now because the AFC is so wide open. I mean, I literally drafted a Colts team with Gardner Minshew, Jonathan Taylor, and Michael Pittman. So it's a little bit interesting right now, to say the least, of where things are at in the playoff picture. Yeah, so hopefully, keyword is hopefully, we can see some teams squeak by and the Colts can win out. Maybe for that team, Colts win out. We have a Browns team as well with Joe Flacco, Jerome Ford, and Amari Cooper. Never thought I would see the day where I'm drafting Joe Flacco in 2023, but here we are. So, yeah, kill a Colin on the clock here. See what we can get accomplished here. Hopefully we can get Jalen Hurts and kind of stack it up here. Not, we're going to try to get the San Fran guys. See what we can do here. But yeah, so far so good. I mean, strategy-wise, I feel like I've had a few unique ones, obviously. I put some in the Discord for Badge Bros, so if you guys are in there, you guys probably have seen a few of my teams already, and some of them have been pretty unique. So contradictory to the common strategy here is we're going to go ahead and take Jalen Hurts as our single quarterback. Probably will not be taking another quarterback now that we have Jalen. We're going to ride it out that Jalen Hurts is the guy. We might get an AFC quarterback that, in case he does get the 1 seed. We'll see. I kind of like playing it that way, but we will see. We will see. This guy takes Ayuk, AJ Brown. Not really sure what he's doing there. We are going to go I don't want to go Debo here because it feels contradictory to do that. But at the same time, I kind of do want to go Debo. He's going to be our one-off. Yeah, he's going to be our one-off for this team. I do like to get a little bit of a one-off, for the sake of getting me advanced into the last round. I think it's a good play to get the one-off early, get a little bit different in that way. I haven't done that much, so I think it is a unique way to get unique. But we are going to be looking at Devontae Smith, DeAndre Swift. Then we're going to start looking at some AFC teams. See if we can start looking towards those as well. Because the AFC is kind of where the direction is we're heading. He takes Brock Purdy, he takes George Kittle. This is probably the most common start in the whole contest, if I had to put a guess on it. We are going to go DeAndre Swift, I think, here. Because there's not very many running backs here that I really love. And I don't necessarily want to leave myself thin there. I can always get Goddard. He takes Devontae Smith anyways for no reason. So we are going to go ahead and take DeAndre Swift. Not really sure why he's taking Devontae Smith. It kind of doesn't make much sense to me, but it is what it is. I think Dallas Goddard is a very viable piece to go here. Make sure we get our guy as a receiver. Bang, bada bing, bada boom. All right. So we made sure to do that. We got our NFC stack that we really want. So now let's start building away here and see what we can build as some one-off. We have a one-off Debo already. See if we can get maybe a Bills stack. I don't think that's likely, but we'll see. Mostert, another good play. I think the Jags are a really good play right now, where they are relatively cheap in comparison to what they should be. So I feel like that's a good little tidbit there. Another good thing that's kind of cool. I'm going to pop this up really quickly here from my Twitter page. I did share this today from John Boy. Likelihood to make playoffs here. We're going to kind of. Kind of where that is currently. I am on the clock now. We did not get Stephon Diggs. However, we still could go Jalen Waddle. I am going to opt not to go that route. We are going to go Zay Flowers, though, because I think that could get really interesting if we go with a couple Ravens and a couple Jags. I think that gets really interesting. If we can manage to get Gus Edwards here, I think that's a good pick. Because I honestly don't know that we're going to see... Realistically, I didn't think we were going to see Calvin Ridley come back to us, but we will go ahead and take Gus Edwards here and play this other side of the AFC, saying that the Ravens are going to be the victors of the AFC. But yeah, that's kind of the strategy I've been going about here, is taking the three of Hurts, Swift, Goddard, and trying to play the AFC card. This is a new way that I'm going with Debo. Instead of the extra quarterback, I'm going to go the extra receiver as the one-off, just in case. We're not going to have another quarterback. We're just going to play one quarterback all the way through. So I think that's where you can get a little different and kind of figure out where you like it and where you don't type deals. And I definitely do think that there's going to be some variance here. So if you're into baseball, outfielder Jung-Hoo Lee, Giants, and the Giants agree to a 6-year deal. That's pretty big for the Giants. I wonder what Twitter's saying about that. I don't know if Twitter's saying anything about that. Yeah, Twitter hasn't said anything about that, so that's interesting. I was curious to see if they said anything, but nothing's been said. So Josh Allen, he does manage to get Josh Allen, Dak Prescott here. I do like that in a way, but he is putting all his eggs in one basket there. So, yeah. Moving on. We are going to go ahead and try to build out this Jacksonville team. I know there's not going to be a running back here that we necessarily want. But this is the way that I kind of need to build this team. Or we could go Chiefs with Jerick McKinnon. I'm actually okay with going Chiefs and Jerick McKinnon here. That's actually the route we're going to go. Go Jerick McKinnon and make sure that we get a Justin Watson or an MVS. I am totally cool with that. That actually makes me feel pretty good. I do want to edit this just a little bit here to where maybe I'm not on the board as much. Maybe we put ourselves here and kind of, maybe we can do this. I don't know. Trying to figure out a way to make myself kind of off the board here. Hit save. Let's just see what this looks like, fellas. Okay. This is probably a little bit better so you guys can see the board. This is probably a little bit better, actually. So we're going to rock with it for the time being. Yeah, this is fine. Just update the layout and we'll go with it. All right, so we have Justin Watson still here. I'm okay with going Justin Watson, I think. Yeah, we're going to go Justin Watson here. So there we go. We have Zay, Gus. So now if we get in the Super Bowl, we have Hurts, we have Swift, we have Goddard. And if the Ravens make it, we got Gus, Zay. You know, that's a decent amount. That's 2 receivers, 2 running backs, and a quarterback. We really want to go with a third person, more than likely here. You know, whether it be a Baltimore guy, whether it be a Kansas City guy, I'm okay with either. So let's kind of look here and see what we can get. I'm okay with this team not having, 6 players. It's okay if it doesn't. Like, I really, really want to make sure that I can have 6 players, or give myself the opportunity to have 6 players. If it is an Eagles and Chiefs or an Eagles and Ravens, I'm okay with either. So I want to make sure that I'm okay with either one. But it's got to be Eagles and something, pretty much. We could get another Eagles wide receiver. I just don't know that it's necessarily what we want to do. Do we know that Mark Andrews is going to be back? We don't know that for sure yet. So it's kind of hard to draft Mark Andrews right now. This is where we could also go ahead and try to take maybe one more team and go 2 and try to figure it out that way. Not a huge proponent to doing that, so I'm okay with going with one more Raven and then getting potentially one more Kansas City. That could work. I do apologize for my dogs. So I'm not opposed to doing that. So we're going to go Rashad Bateman. That way we have 2. That way, when we do play, if it is Eagles, Ravens, we do have a full roster of guys. So that is really nice to see. Eagles, if we can get the Eagles in, and let's say it is the Kansas City Chiefs on the other side, we are going to want one more additional receiver from the Eagles or the Chiefs. I'd prefer the Eagles if we can. Who do we have left for the Eagles? We have Quez Watkins or Julio. I'd prefer Julio. We are going to go Julio Jones here. And that's the team. So we have Jalen Hurts, DeAndre Swift, Gus Edwards, Jerick McKinnon, Deebo Samuel, Dallas Goedert, Zay Flowers, Justin Watson, Rashad Bateman, and Julio Jones. As you guys can see, we are building out 2 teams in the AFC and the Eagles team there. So it's kind of what we're looking to do as of now. It's kind of my strategy for the Mittens going forward. We'll hop into another one. We're just kind of ripping drafts tonight. Nothing too crazy. I'm not going to have a whole lot to discuss as far as strategy goes. Like I said, in the past live stream, I've already discussed kind of what my strategy is and what I'm looking to do in these drafts. But yeah, who do you guys think are going to make the playoffs? Because I think it's going to be an interesting race. Um, I do think it is interesting in the fact that there is like 10 million teams that are 7-6. So it could be the Bills, it could be the Browns, it could be the Colts, it could be a lot of different teams. So the playoff picture could look very different in a matter of 3 weeks. So I guess another strategy that I have is kind of play it as the week lies, maybe rip off 20 drafts in a week and see how it stands. Wait till the next week, see how it stands the next week. Wait a week, see how, I'd say 20 drafts, on this is kind of like what my ideal situation is. It's 20 drafts a week. See kind of where the playoffs rankings are standing every week after each week. Because we still have weeks 15, 16, 17, and I mean that's a lot of variance that could happen in these next 3 weeks. So it is interesting to say the least. What could happen here? Obviously, playoffs are still a month and a half away, still a good decent ways away. So there's still a lot of things that could happen. The Bengals are still in the hunt. The Bengals are still in the hunt. I mean, there's several different teams that are still just hanging around, looming around in the hunt. So there's a lot of different ways that the playoffs could shake out. I mean, the Rams are another team that are kind of looming around. Is it likely that they make it? No, but there's still a team that could, and there's still a team that has a potential chance. And if there's a will, there's a way, especially this year. So I wouldn't count them out yet. So that's kind of where I'm at with my strategy going forward with this. Because I'm going to try to rip off, 15, 20, 25 drafts this week. See where the playoffs stand after week 15. Start ripping them again. See where the playoffs stand week 16. And then, finish out there. Will I max this contest? We'll see. I don't know for sure yet. I could. I don't know. We'll see. I did max Best Ball Mania. I think I made $17.50 from Best Ball Mania back from regular season. And then I had the other contest. Between the other contests, I think I made like $2,600. So this is the worst spot to draft from, by the way. The number 2 spot. It's very hard to draft from this spot. Because you could build it a multitude of ways. I don't love drafting from 2. You could take CeeDee Lamb and build it the Dallas way. You could build it the Philly way with Hurts. You won't be getting AJ Brown back. There's no real chance of you getting AJ Brown back at all. I'm okay with going like a Dallas route if you get Dallas and go like Pollard, Dak, Lamb, and then you build the AFC off of that. I'm okay with that because it is a kind of outlier outcome, because I still think, even though Dallas is playing their best football, I still don't think necessarily that Dallas is favored to be the favorites over the Eagles or the 49ers. I still think those are the 2 teams in the NFC that you want. This could be where you start your Miami onslaught here and start going on Tyreek, Tua, and Waddle, and then building the NFC guys after that. You could do that if you think the Miami Dolphins are that good. Personally, I don't know. I mean, it's an outcome that could happen, definitely, for sure. I think it's more likely than the Dallas Cowboys outcome. So I think that's the route we're going to play. And see kind of what happens here. CeeDee Lamb going off the board at 4th. Hurts going off at 3. Like I said, Hurts is probably my second overall pick. But I kind of want to get unique here on stream and kind of show you guys how to get unique. Tony Pollard. See, if I had gone with CeeDee Lamb and that happened to me, I'd be really upset, because now you're going to have to probably take a Dowdle later. If I had to guess what he's going to do, probably going to have to take a Dowdle later, and that just sucks. Brock Purdy, Deebo Samuel. So there is a chance you can get Ayuk and Kittle. if you're building an AFC team and you can get the other side of the Super Bowl, which in my case I am. So, you know, we go look at Ayuk, Kittle, Tua, Waddle. You know, there's a lot of different options here that we can go. We're going to start building out our queue here a little bit. Try to make sure that we're getting these guys in. Travis Kelce. We might get A.J. Brown here, which would be really nice. We can get an A.J. Brown and commit to the Eagles. I don't think we're going to, though, because he's probably going to take A.J. Brown for the stack. And then we can go George Kittle if we want. There's not going to be many Niners that we can get. So he goes Mahomes. So we are going to go A.J. Brown. And we'll get Devontae Smith as well, because then we can build. Yeah, I like where this is going. I want to make sure that we get Tua. I do want to make sure that we get Tua. So Tua might be the next pick. We're taking Kittle off the list, taking Smith off the list probably. I want to make sure that we get Tua. Okay, well, he just kind of screwed our whole thing up. It is what it is. Dang, that really sucks. Okay. Let's pivot here a little bit. Let's take Reek as a one-off. And we really can't do A.J. Brown as a... We have 2 one-offs now. So that really sucks. I guess we could go... I don't want to go Dak. But that's really my only choice. It's either Dak or Lamar. We could go Lamar and play at that angle. I'm okay with playing at that angle, I guess. I don't love it, but I don't think we have much of a choice. Because unfortunately, he took Tua and just took Devon Achane and just went with it. I don't know why he did that. He's taking Hurts and Mahomes. I don't get it, but like I said, sometimes you get in these lobbies where it's really tough. He's taking 3 quarterbacks now. Like, I don't know. This is one that's really good practice because you get people like this who just don't know what they're doing. And it's really, really hard to draft with. You know, you got to get ahead of these people in a way that, you know, maybe is unexpected. We'll see what happens here. We're kind of sort of hoping we can get Devontae Smith to fall. If we can, then this is a salvageable team, I would think. If we can get the Eagles kind of stacked to fall to us. I don't think we're going to, but we'll see. This guy with three quarterbacks, there's no way he doesn't take Devontae. I wouldn't think anyways. Waddle's also still there, so that's interesting. Okay, Smith goes. That's unfortunate. That's super unfortunate for us. Rashee Rice. I don't get this guy's play, but... See, now if I go Waddle, it's very contradicting to what I'm trying to do. So we're going to go Zay, I guess. I hate this. I hate this so much. Waddle goes. Raheem Mostert goes. So I guess now what we can do... We're going for a Ravens-Eagles. Playing the Ravens side of the ball. We got Goddard. We're just not going to have, you know, the running backs we'd like to have. But it is what it is. We're going to have to hope the Ravens make the Super Bowl is essentially what's going to happen probably. Yeah, that's essentially probably what's going to happen. And we'll probably have to sneak down here and get Gainwell. Get him involved as well. These rooms are tough sometimes because of stupid people taking 3 quarterbacks. I absolutely despise seeing that, but there's nothing sometimes you can say or do. It is what it is. You know, I mean, there's only so much you can do. Diggs goes there. All right, let's see what happens here. We're kind of hoping that we get one of these running backs, preferably one Baltimore and one Philly. If we can get that, we're still live for this team to work out. Laporta goes. I don't really know what's going on here. James Cook. Not really sure what's happening in this draft. This guy taking 3 quarterbacks has kind of screwed everybody, to be honest. If we can still salvage a decent team here, I'm for it. You know, I mean, a Ravens pick for him doesn't make much sense. An Eagles pick kind of... These teams are just straight up garbage. Ferguson goes, good. So we get Keaton Mitchell falling back to us. That's really good. For my case, so now we at least have the Baltimore running back there. That's good. We are going to try to double stack them up here and go both of them. So I want to try to get both here. I want to make sure that we're building for that Baltimore game to be, you know, decent. I'm okay with taking a Mark Andrews in this game, in this one, because it's kind of iffy as it is. Oh boy. So we got Reek as a one-off from a Phillies Baltimore. That's an interesting way to play this. It's definitely not how I approached the draft coming in, but it is what it is. We could go OBJ. I think OBJ is the better play. Because when we go OBJ here, then we have, you know, potentially 4 different guys. Then we can maybe get Kenneth Gainwell coming back to us. And if we don't get Gainwell, well, I don't know what we're going to do if we don't get Gainwell. Probably should have went Gainwell. Because now we got to wait 7 picks, and who knows. You plan on going 2 QB with this team? No, definitely not. Unfortunately, we had one guy in the draft take 3 quarterbacks, so we're kind of scraping here. 4 quarterbacks now, so we're kind of scraping to figure out what we're doing. To be quite honest, I don't know what this guy is doing. Yeah, I don't know. We're trying to figure our team. We're trying to figure it out kind of as we go here. You know, there's really not any quarterbacks here that I'm willing to go on. So yeah, it's a little rough out here in this one, anyways. Rico Dowdle. I don't even know that it's worth me going a second quarterback. I could. I mean, that's the one I probably would have went with is Flacco, but oh, this is rough. Okay. Kenneth Gainwell does come back to us, so we are going to go Gainwell here. Oh man, we're hoping Reek can kind of make up for this. Like the quarterback, you know, if the Baltimore does get the bye, we're kind of hoping Reek can make up for the quarterback at this point. I think. I mean, there's just nobody here that I can really comfortably say, okay, fine, to. You know, if it's an Eagles Super Bowl, we'll at least have 3 guys. You know, if it's a Ravens Super Bowl, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. You know, we're hoping that the Philly Eagles follow suit and kind of go with it here. Maybe we can get somebody, you know, as a one-off here from the NFC. as a quarterback, maybe. That's what I'm saying. It's 50-50 if they even make the playoffs. I mean, there's no good options, realistically, because that guy kind of screwed the whole board. I think we're going to go Rashad Bateman. So we have Lamar, Mitchell, Flowers, Odell, and Rashad Bateman. And then we still have flip side Eagles on the other side. We'll probably take a one-off running back here. I do want to pull up that sheet that I was showing you guys earlier from John Boy. If you guys don't know who John Boy is, he's clutching up here. Minnesota has a good shot to get in. Green Bay has a good shot to get in. Indy. What we might do is go one-off Taylor, maybe. That could be an option that we go, or a route that we take. One off Aaron Jones. I don't love it. I don't love it at all, but McKinnon goes. I mean, this guy has 5 quarterbacks. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? I don't know what we're doing. And none of these guys are really viable. The Falcons might get in. You know, I still think Atlanta's got a decent shot to get in. Tampa Bay 46, New Orleans 42, Atlanta 37. So I don't know, man. It's probably gonna get thrown out, but you never know. I mean, Jesus, Lord have mercy. We'll do it because it's my team, and we're just going to go with it. Well, it's not my team, but we'll do it as a one-off. We'll just see what happens. I mean, we hope Jonathan Taylor's in. That's realistically the only thing I can hope for. That was stupid. I hate those rooms. That was stupid. Like, there was no reason to be taking 5 quarterbacks there. Like, oh, that's so annoying. Oh my gosh, that is really, really, really annoying. But Jordan, welcome in, man. I haven't seen you here before, so welcome in. I appreciate you coming through, hanging out. How are we doing tonight? Any special Christmas plans? All right, so we got the number 2 again. So we get a redo. We get a redo of the number 2. So we're gonna try to build this Miami team once more. We're gonna try. I'm not gonna make any promises that we get it, but I'd say for what the hand we were dealt, I'd say we recovered okay in that last draft. Pretty unique hand to be dealt, though. I mean, 5 quarterbacks is just absurd. Very unique hand to be dealt. Doing good. Beach vacation for Christmas. You know, we did that the last couple years. This year we decided not to. So that's kind of, you know, we have done that before, and it's amazing. It's awesome. I love beach Christmases. We would go to like Destin or something like that, and it was in the 60s and 70s. Oh, it was so nice. Yeah, I love beach vacations. They're great. Or beach Christmases. They're great. And there's plenty to do, too. I don't know where you guys are planning on going, but there's plenty to do. At least there was for us. It's nice and warm out, too. Go kick back in the sand. Chill. Jalen Hurts off the board at 104. I'm surprised Jalen Hurts hasn't been pushed up a little. Because if I wasn't trying to build a Miami team, I'd probably be taking Hurts at 2. Just me, though. Now, if the Eagles lose again, I think Hurts starts getting to push up a little. I think he starts going 2. I think we start getting a little sharper and start putting him 2, but I don't know. I'm putting him at 2 now. A.J. Brown off the board. Lamar Jackson. Okay. So what AFC or NFC team can I build from here? We might be able to get Purdy Ayuk if it falls to me. If not, it's okay. I would take Ayuk as a one-off with Kittle, maybe. Yeah, okay. I didn't think it'd fall to me, but you never know. I don't want to do Kelsey. I don't really want to do Dallas either. But I guess I would be okay with Dallas. Let's see what falls. Because if Purdy's there, ooh. Do we go Kittle Purdy? Do we go Kittle Purdy? I think we go Kittle. I think we go Devontae Smith, actually. Yeah. We go Devontae Smith. And then we take Tua. And then we're kind of hoping that Achane. Obviously, those two probably won't fall, but we're hoping Mostert maybe comes back. Waddle. One of these pieces, we start to build it out a little bit here. Because the Eagles, we can get like Kenneth Gainwell. Kenneth Gainwell's been drafted quite a bit for me in these. I think Kenneth Gainwell's a really good pick. Just late. Something that is on the Eagles side of the ball that actually kind of gets some touches. You know, that's kind of where I'm at with that. Get a couple Eagles. Maybe get a couple Dallas guys and move it from there. We got to get some Miami guys, though. Diggs goes at 305. That's probably the earliest I've seen Diggs go. Typically, he's been going in like the 5th round with Josh. Typically, but that's interesting. Dak Prescott goes off the board here, along with Lamar Jackson. That's all I can really say to that is, the Jalen Hurts guy probably hates us right now. You know, he gets Kelsey on the other side. So that's interesting. You know, if we can get Achane here, that'd be awesome. If we can get Achane Mostert, that'd be great. If we can get Achane Waddle, that'd be great. Preferably probably Achane Waddle. I think Achane's got more upside. Mostert's obviously kind of the safer play, I would say, at this point. As crazy as that sounds. I never thought at the beginning of the year I'd be saying that, but, you know, it is what it is. We're going to make sure that we secure Waddle. See what happens here with a JH Key 111. See what he decides to do. He's got full-on Niners here, so he goes Devon Achane. We're kind of hoping we get Mostert here is kind of the hope. If not, we can pivot to Dallas. He takes both running backs. Screw that guy. It is what it is. I don't even know why you would do this, but whatever, I guess. Because even if you get the Super Bowl outcome to happen, both of those guys can't even play. So, like, why would you even do that? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, so I guess we pivot here. We can go Goddard. Oh, And then that happens. So, that's fun. Oh, okay. Well, this is fun. This is so much fun. Just burn $5 on fire. Call it a day. Oh, that's really annoying. I really didn't think he would go 2 Dolphins run. It doesn't even make sense to go 2 Dolphins running. It just doesn't make sense. Oh well, it is what it is at the end of the day. Nothing you can do about it. So, I guess now that we have kind of the Dolphins thing built out, we don't necessarily have to go with the Eagles anymore. We could go with a different NFC team, which at this point, I guess we could go Detroit. I don't love it, but it is a route that we can go. There's also Minnesota. Minnesota could be interesting. I don't love the quarterback situation there right now, but you know what? We're going to go Detroit's route. We're going to go to the Detroit route, see what happens. Get David Montgomery, get Sam Laporta, and let's ride. I don't love it, but you know, this guy kind of screwed us over, so whoever that guy is, screw off, and yeah, that was terrible. And then he like bro, I'm beyond annoyed. Okay. I guess we're going to go Jameson Williams. Oh my gosh, that's beyond annoying. That is genuinely beyond annoying. I'm not going to lie. That is insanely annoying. Okay. So I guess the question now becomes, are we trying to build... There's no quarterbacks here. Like, I don't know what we're doing here, genuinely. Some of these lobbies are so tilting. Like, they genuinely are. And it's just like, what are you doing? Like why are you taking 2 Dolphins running backs when you have Christian McCaffrey? Doesn't even make sense. Does not make one bit of sense. Whatever. Anyways, I guess we could go Minnesota. I don't love it, but we could. And play it out that way. I don't love it at all. I mean, there's just no quarterbacks to play either. It's kind of like, who would you even play if you did play a quarterback here? So I guess we do it. That's the only thing I can come up with here. I don't love it, like I said, but it is something. It is a play nonetheless. I don't love it at all. All right, bet. Yeah, hop in the next one. I'll probably do one more. This is just irritating. I mean, I literally am just stuck here doing, like, I don't know. I don't love this. I don't love it, but it feels gross. Feels really, really gross. Yeah, it is the Mitten. I mean, we see, and you know, Minnesota, good chance to make the playoffs. I think they do make the playoffs. It's just nasty, 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 nasty work. By this guy. This guy doesn't make any sense, like, at all with what he's doing. I mean, what is he even building for here? You know, is he built, like, what is he even building for? Like, I couldn't even tell you what he's building for. He has Purdy, McCaffrey, Kittle. Fine. Okay, fine. I get that part. But, like, the rest of it, it's just like, what are you building for? Laporta, like, you can't say Laporta Goff because that doesn't make any sense. You can't say H.N. Mostert because that doesn't make any sense. And then he goes Odell Gallup. That doesn't make any sense. Like, none of his team makes any sense at all. It's like, what are you building for? I don't know. I don't get this. I just don't get it, bro. Like, that just infuriated me. That just very much so tilted me. I mean, I guess we got to think about the Super Bowl at this point being Dolphins and Eagles. Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys there. So if we can get another Dolphin that's kind of thin at this point, we can get Berrios. We get Braxton Berrios maybe. Or Cedric. I'd prefer Berrios probably to Cedric, but yeah, that's probably what we should have done as Berrios. So I mean, we still built out a Dolphins team. It's just definitely not the Fins team that we wanted, and it has to have the Eagles make the playoffs or make the Super Bowl to get any running back points at all. So we'll hop into another one here. Like I said, I'm pretty much on here just to rip drafts today, so nothing too spectacularly crazy. 3, 2, 1, go. We got 3 in here, so if y'all want to hop in, make sure y'all get in. Oh, that last one was really tilting. I'm not gonna lie. That was tilting. Now that I've kind of figured out what I like to do and what I'm trying to do, I don't know. That hurt. Sucks drafting with people that don't know necessarily what they're doing. They're just kind of clicking buttons and don't really think long term for this. So that part does suck. You almost want to get in a room full of sharp drafters because everybody stays out of each other's way. I mean, that's almost what it feels like. Is everybody just stays out of each other's way, stays in their own lane, kind of does what they do, Hopefully we get number 1 so we can build a 49er team. Oh, hey, let's go. All right, so it looks like we get a meh room. Jordan, what's your username on here? I don't even know. Shooble. I'm trying to. Oh, Shoobs. It's probably Shoobs. So we're gonna try to stay out of each other's way. Okay. We're gonna try to stay out of each other's way. Not gonna make any promises, but we'll try. You get to live hear my thoughts and everything, so it's harder to draft like this too, because it's really hard to draft these and have people sitting in here because they can hear you think, and if they hear you say somebody that you're looking at, it's tough. It's cooked at that point, is what we like to say. It's cooked. If you guys haven't already, make sure y'all drop a like on the stream. That would be greatly appreciated. Sub up if you haven't already as well. If you haven't already, also go follow my Twitter. I am going to put my Twitter up on the screen. I think it has an underscore. I don't know if it has an underscore or not. But anyways, I'll put it on the screen. So why not? Go follow the Twitter. That's where I post when I go live. Like I say, I do everything myself. Thumbnails, setup here. Everything you see today, I've pretty much set up myself. If you guys also don't know, I am going to share this also. Minimize this real quick. Hopefully I don't miss anything too crazy. I'm going to open this up real quick. It's not going to show my camera, but I do want to show you guys. I do have a guest coming on in a couple weeks. We are going to try to use this. This is a streaming software called vMix. I'll kind of show you guys what it looks like. We're just going to open it and look at it. But I do want to show you guys what it looks like on the screen, what you guys should be seeing next week. Ooh, that's very confusing. But anyways, basically we will have, why is it not clicking? Okay. Well, this works. Just, okay. So we'll have 2 guests here, and then we'll have the stream in the background. Maybe, you know, I'll do a different layout for this, but that's kind of simply put what it's going to look like. It's only set up for 1 person right now. I'll have to set it up for 2 because I do, like I said, have a special guest coming on here in a couple weeks. A lot of you probably know who he is if you're in the best ball world. Sacrilegious, we did set something up today. So that'll be fun. I'm excited for that. It's my first guest that I've had on. And if you guys look through my channel, you guys can obviously tell that I was a gaming channel before this. I've been doing best ball for a little bit now. I need to do a portfolio review before they take them all away. So I probably should have done that tonight, but it is what it is. We're already here, so whatever. It is what it is. I'll be able to look it up tomorrow, more than likely. We did have 22 teams advance, I think it was, from BBM. Had 1 team place in the top 1,000. I think it was like in the 500s or 600s. Almost made a run there with Raheem Mostert and D-Hop to get in the top 500, but didn't quite make it there. Did have 4 teams in the top 10,000 total, so that was pretty cool. You know, pretty good day overall. So this guy takes Brock Purdy with Ayuk. That kind of sucks for us, but you know, let's see what Shubes does here. I'm curious to kind of see where his mind is at the moment. He did take Reek, so he'll probably go with Dolphins of some kind, I would think. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Play it by year. So we're going to go... I don't love doing this, but we're going to. We're going to go Mahomes and Kittle. I want to make sure I get the Niners side, but I'm also going to get the weak Chiefs side. I probably won't get McKinnon. I probably won't get... I might get Rice. I mean, I probably won't get Pacheco is what I meant to say. But we're going to try to build this out to where, you know, we got the 2 49ers that typically go together, but this time we have the KC side of the ball. So we'll see what happens. I'm not huge on KC this year, but with Mahomes falling that far, I didn't really see anything that made sense to do because Pollard was not a pick for me. Smith is not a pick for me. Realistically, the Miami running backs aren't picks for me unless it's just one or the other. I don't really like choosing between one or the other. And if I am choosing, I'm choosing the cheaper one and Mostert. So exactly. There's a lot of outs for 49ers and Chiefs. I agree. There's definitely a lot of outs. You know, you can go get Justin Watson, MVS. You have Rashee Rice, which I should be able to get, I would think. You know, there's a lot of different ways I can go. Tony. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can go. And not getting Kelsey makes this unique too. You're getting the other tight end of that game. So that's interesting as well. I haven't really seen this built out yet. So, and I know I don't have it. So that's where it gets a little interesting for me. See, people like this, I'm convinced, just don't know what they're doing. And they're just drafting. They're just clicking buttons. They don't know what they're doing. I'm just convinced at this point these people have no clue what they're doing. You know, that's just me though. He's building kind of like an Eagles Miami thing. I could have done this. Wasn't a big fan of doing it, but you know, you're probably Shube's gonna be fighting that guy all draft. Although he just okay, this guy's going the Lions kind of deal. I don't know why he's. That's interesting. I don't know what he's got going on there. Probably going to be fighting. That guy goes Pacheco, which makes no... Okay. I'm giving up on trying to understand people. I'm just giving up. I don't know what else to say. I don't know. I give up trying to understand people. We're going to go ahead and go Rashee Rice. And we're going to try to build the flip here. we already have the AFC. We're going to go with an NFC team here. And maybe we go Eagles. Maybe we go Dallas. Let's see. We have Dowdle. We have Swift for the Eagles. So that could get interesting with Goddard. We're going to go Swift. Maybe we get Goddard on the back. I don't know. Maybe. It's a big maybe, but I doubt it. If we don't, we can always get a cheap Julio Jones, Quez Watkins, that kind of deal. Or I'm not going to go Kenneth Gainwell. That just seems silly to do. I think it's real interesting to do this kind of build that I'm trying to accomplish. Because if we can get Kansas City to the Super Bowl, we have the Niners and the Eagles on the other side. Like, that to me feels really good. I almost went Dallas because they do have more pieces that I could probably afford to get. I'm probably not going to get Goddard come back to me. And if I do, it's going to be a miracle. But then again, these rooms, I haven't really been able to make sense of them. So, who knows? Maybe we get it. Maybe we don't. If we don't, it is what it is. You can go get an Eagles receiver pretty cheap, and we can start building a different NFC team as well. We got 4 picks left. So, we'll see what happens. We're kind of hoping that Goddard falls, but like I said, if he doesn't, it is what it is. This guy takes Laporta. He has both Detroit running backs and he has the Detroit offense. I don't know how to feel about that. But hey, you do you, man. You do you. See, this is the only guy I'm worried about. Goddard, stop falling past you. No. What do you need Goddard for? Stop it. Oh, well, didn't get to you either. So I was about to say, if it fell past that guy, I'd be real surprised. Oh, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Karma. Let's see. I don't really have another out in the NFC. The NFC is kind of weird. I don't know how to feel about the NFC outside of those 3 teams. Like Dallas, San Fran, and Philly. I just don't know how to feel about any of those teams. So that part's kind of rough as far as that goes. I guess we're going to go Rico. Or we're going to go literally nobody. Go Jefferson. We're going to bail out the Vikings again, I think. I'm not a big Vikings guy, trust me, but it's kind of what's been that's where the value is right now, and I think that honestly they're going to win. They're going to at least make it into the wild card race. We'll see. I mean, get McKinnon here. Go ahead and get that as well. Get that piece. Come back to me. So that way we have 1, 2, 3 pieces so far. Get a couple more Chiefs, and then we can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are built out. 1, 2, 3. We need one more Viking, and it's going to be Madison. So there's one of our picks. So let's go ahead and queue that up. And then let's see. I do want to make sure that we can get there as far as Madison goes. That's fine. Chiefs. Let's just go look at the Chiefs again. MVS is fine. Sky Moore is a little cheaper than I'd expect. I mean, this team is just buns receiver-wise. Like, it's just so bad. The fact that they gave Mahomes nobody to throw to is just insane. I mean, maybe Nick Mullins is a play. I'm not going there, but maybe. Like, I'm not going there, but like it's bad that I'm looking at Nick Mullins saying maybe. Oh God. Browning. Like I said, I think this is pretty much the team that I have left. We could do another Eagle, which is probably what we'll likely do, is another Eagle as well. Let's see. Boston Scott. I don't really need a running back for the Eagles. Which third Eagle receiver is your favorite? Oh boy. They're all garbage. We're just gonna put it that way. They're all garbage. But I think if I had to choose my favorite, it's probably Julio. Probably Julio. It's just not pretty at all. Zacchaeus has gotten the most looks, but I don't know, man. It's tough. I think Julio's probably the play that I have been going. Yeah, it's a little rough. it's a little rough, but we got enough early round guys to where I can sit here and say, you know, they carry me through with the Minnesota Vikings. That should get me through. If one of these teams happens to be a bye, you know, that's kind of where I'm playing that at. Maybe Julio gets me something. I don't know. Maybe he scores a touchdown. You know, I don't know. I'm just here for vibes. I think maybe Zacchaeus would have been. I don't know. Between Zacchaeus and Julio probably is the two that I look at the most. And it's tough both ways because I really don't know how to feel about either one. Let's see what you got building here. So you got Tua, Mostert. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. So you went with 4 guys instead of 3, which I have 1, 2, 3. So I have 3, 4. I have 4 guys, 5 guys, really. 1, 2, 3. No, I have 4. I have 4 guys. Okay. So I have 4 guys in my little onslaught here. You got 4 guys as well. I hate how this thing like changes whenever somebody picks. Dallas, dude. Okay, that's annoying. Let's just do this. Reek, Tua, Waddle, Mostert. So you have a Cooks out there for the Dallas to Super Bowl. So that would make 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Keaton Mitchell. I wouldn't have taken Keaton Mitchell or Odell, but I get it for the conference. Eagles isn't out. Niners isn't out. So these are all outs. I mean, I get it. I don't know that I would have done that route, but I get it. I definitely do get it. Yours at least has some logic to it, unlike some of these people. I don't know why people are drafting Rams. I don't see how the Rams make the postseason. I really don't know how they make the postseason at all. I genuinely have no idea. Well, actually, Hawkinson might not be a bad play. We go TJ Hawkinson here. That's actually a better play, I think, than Madison. Yeah, we're going to go Hawkinson there. That's actually a better play, I think. We're for the conference, hoping Miami wins, but Mitchell or Odell goes off. That way it may be more Lamar teams in the final. Yeah, that makes sense. I wish they wouldn't do that. So, final board. Let's go look at this. McCaffrey, Mahomes, Kittle, Rice, Swift, Jefferson, McKinnon, Watson, Julio, and TJ Hawkinson. I think TJ Hawkinson's a really interesting pick. You know, I think that could be really interesting. Obviously, I don't see Minnesota making it past the first round. Maybe, you know, I see them maybe winning the wild card against probably the Lions if I had to guess who they're going to play. You know, that's just a strict guess. That's how it stands right now, but it kind of looks like it's going to be that way. You know, maybe they beat the Lions, upset the Lions, move on. And they play, at that point, they would play the 2 seed, which would be the or Dallas at this point. Yeah, it'd be Dallas at this point. So that would be interesting. They get blown out by Dallas, but it is what it is at the end of the day. They get you through a round. Maybe Jefferson has a game. You know, that's kind of what the story is. We got to tell ourselves. So, yeah. Actually, you know what? We'll do one more. We'll do one more before we get off. We'll do one more. We'll build out one more, and then we'll get off. I try to keep my streams right at an hour, but screw it. Why not? We're having fun. And nobody's home right now, so we're good. I do got to start watching Ship Chasing here after this stream, and then I have a few other things to catch up on that I need to catch up on as far as content to watch. So, need one more. One more to fill the room. Ooh, we get the last pick. And then Shoobs is in this draft. We're back to back again, Shoob. So this should be good. This should be good again. Oh, man. I can see it now. I'm going to get angry. 136. I don't know because, like, I've done a lot of 2-4-4s. I like the 2-4-4s because if you get a quarterback that sorry in advance. I like the 2-4-4s because, like, if you get a team you're confident with, I'll kind of show you real quickly here. Let's see, we have 18 seconds. Okay. You get a team that you're confident with. For example, let's see. I'm trying to see which one I'm referring to. Like this. Like, you get a team that you're full on confident about. You get McCaffrey, Purdy, Kittle, and then you get like twos, Ridley, Etienne, Gus, Likely, Amari Cooper, Joe Flacco, and then you get Ford kind of as a third guy for the beginning. I kind of like that because you have a lot of one-offs. You can get like 5 guys in the finals. That's the part that I like about doing that. Because if you go 2-2-2-2 on the other conference, you can at least give yourself a better chance at getting people in there. So that's kind of what I like about that. 2-4-4 is really nice. Yeah, I've kind of found that too. It's only nice, really, if you get McCaffrey. Because you really want to get the other running back in. So it gets a little tougher after that, though. Ooh, this is rough. Do we go Debo, Ayuk, or do we go Ayuk Purdy? Or do we go Ayuk Debo? More than likely, if one of them's going off, the other one's not. So we're going to go Purdy. Because the Purdy pick never makes it past the McCaffrey team, ever. So I'm kind of off that pick. I still think the Eagles are like in an okay position to win the finals though, like the Super Bowl. I really do. Like I don't think they're in a bad spot. A lot of people are like nervous to be an Eagles person right now. I'm not a huge proponent in like fading the Eagles, but they're falling so much right now that I just can't make myself do it. See, this is what I did only with Mahomes. So I feel good about getting Mahomes instead of like a Lamar Jackson. I don't know. I kind of like the Ravens over the Chiefs this year. Is that crazy? I don't know. Maybe that's a little crazy. A little optimistic. I don't know. See, that's my question too, is if the Eagles lose, does their ADPs go up or down? I think they go up because I think they're more likely to be playing in the first round. And then they'll have Dallas. Well, I don't know because Dallas just did it to them bad. Because that's where it would lead. Their path would lead to is Dallas. I don't know. That's tough because like that's a real tough thing to really try to predict. We're gonna go Achan and Waddle. Get this little Dolphins and Niners Super Bowl rolling. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Give me the Dolphins. Give me the Niners. Let's get it. Let's get after it. I will say a Jordan Mason pick is in my future, and I don't know how to feel about it. Oh, we got Mr. Chiefs guy over here. I would say, though, if they do lose, I think they go up. That's just me, though. Being the optimist Eagles person, I think they do go up. I just don't know that they're better than... They're definitely not better than the Niners. The Cowboys, though... I think the Cowboys are just really hot right now. I don't know that this is a level that they can sustainably play. That's just me, though. You think they drop? I mean, how much further can they realistically go? You know, I mean, they're going to make the playoffs. They're going to be a top 3 team in the NFC. You know, Detroit's not better than them. That's for sure. We know that. I mean, how much realistically do they drop? Because, you know, at that point, they're guaranteed to pretty much play the first round. The wild card, at least, I would think. Because Dallas would take over their division at that point. All right. Let's see. Oh, this is a tough one. We got 2 there. I don't know that we're going to be able to get 4 pieces of the 49ers. That's going to be rough. So we might have to get a little bit unique here and go 3. How do I want to approach this? I think we're going to approach it like this. Let's go ahead and get a lion or 2 in here. Actually, let's just get 1 lion. That's a 1-off. And let's go get... I want to make sure that we get him, so we're just going to take him now. I know it's early, but I'm not really sure what I want to do yet. And I want to make sure that I follow out this build. So, oh, this is a spot that I haven't really been in. Because there's not really like 2 more Niners that I want to get. And there's not really a Miami Dolphin that I love, we'll say. want to make sure that we get these guys in the queue at least. Until I figure out what I want to do. Well, I better be figuring it out fast. Okay. So I think what we could do is Purdy, Ayuk, Achane, Waddle. That's 4. Mason would be 5. We need another receiver from this game if that's what the route is we want to go. So I'm thinking Cedric Wilson, maybe. Justin, let's see. They can come later. For now, let's build division and go with we could go Jacksonville just went off the board. We could go Lions. I'm okay with going Lions if we get like Laporta and Goff. I don't really love it though. I'd prefer to stick to the AFC. We go Bills and go Kincaid. Is James Cook gone? Yeah, James Cook's gone. We could go 9. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go McKinnon and a Justin Watson pick. Okay, so now the way we look at this is we have Purdy, Ayuk, Mason, and then if the Miami Dolphins make it, we'll have Achane, Waddle, X person, whether it be Cedric or Berrios. If the Chiefs make it, we have McKinnon, Watson, and X person, whoever we decide. I don't mind it. And then we have kind of Detroit Gibbs one-off. I'm okay with the one-off there because it's going to help early. I don't love this team. I can't say I don't. I can't say I love this team. Ugh. Let's see. Because there's really no like definitive team that I'm like hanging my hat on, I guess. Could also play for the 49ers, don't get the bye. I could do that. But I'm thinking I might go Goff and then like a Lions. Is there Jamison Williams still? No. MVS. Yeah, I think that's probably the only play I can really make is go with one of these Miami guys and one of those Chiefs guys and go for it. So I think I'm going to go Cedric. Cedric and maybe Kadarius Toney or MVS. MVS is not a bad choice. Toney just sucks. Oh, well. Never mind. Jordan's going to go MVS. Never mind. Well, Cedric and I guess Toney. I don't love Toney at all. We're going to go Sky Moore. Forget Toney. All right. I don't love this team, but it works for what I need it to. The third receiver early is going to be interesting because you do got to play 3, I think. Or is it 2? I think you may have to play 2. Is it 2? Yeah, it is 2. Okay. So 2 receivers are definitely going to be Ayuk, Waddle. And if one of these teams gets a bye, that second receiver is going to get real interesting. Flex should be good all the way through. Gibbs should be there. Achan, Jarrett McKinnon. I would think. I don't think the Chiefs are going to get the bye. I just don't. I just don't reasonably think that. We'll see though. We'll see. But that's going to do it for me on the stream today. Hour and 20 minutes long. Long stream. So that's cool. If you guys are new here, as I said, make sure y'all smash the like button. I'll probably be back. I'm not going to say tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Wednesday. I might be back tomorrow at latest Thursday. We'll see. But I will see you guys then. Until next time, I will see you all later. Hope you guys have a blessed evening. And I'm out.